All right, we're going to do a general overview of 2015 to see what it looks like as an overview. I also do it by the quarter, so you will also see if you want to get into detail for the first quarter of 2015. I will be posting that also. But we start off with a very rocky period of time that extends all the way through January into the first part of February, because we have the last of the exact passes of Uranus square Pluto that has dominated our environment for the past 5 years. It's finally going to come to the end this year, but not without coming out with a bang, because it's now coming into exact aspect with the lunar nodes, which winds up increasing violence, increased volatility in the stock market, and extremes of positions that will be taken during this period of time. It's specifically highlighted on January 5th because that is a moon wobble where we have a full moon and we have an aspect between the sun and the lunar nodes. But it stays in intensity through the rest of the month. Then we have two great big solar eclipses, and the next solar eclipse that happens at the end of March and in April, that will signal basically the end of the Uranus square Pluto aspects, because they start separating after that. So I think we'll see the bulk of the volatility in the stock market in the January-February time frame, and we have certainly seen acts of violence and accidents occurring much more frequently during this December-January time period. So it won't really settle down until the end of January is my belief. Now Saturn has finally left Scorpio. It's been there for 2.5 years, and we've had incident after incident coming up on the news of violence against women, rape in the military, and various events where sex is involved and sexual abuse is involved. It has finally left. We've had lots of protests for this. It's gone into Sagittarius, so more than likely we're going to start seeing laws change to be able to take all this activism and change it into a change in legal status. But there will be a small period in the middle of the year when Saturn goes back into Scorpio, and we noted that Bill Cosby was in the news as Saturn was at the end of Scorpio, so we might see more news events regarding Bill Cosby, or more issues that happened in 2014 coming back into the news into 2015. The trial for Oscar Pistorius went on and came to a culmination at the end of last year, and now he's being sued and his trial is being reviewed again. So I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him continue in being in the news when Saturn goes back into Scorpio. What is the other major change? Well, I think the change in oil has been dominating. We're going to continue to see an economic crisis there, but I don't think it'll look better until after the first quarter because of the Uranus square Pluto and the solar eclipse. We still have events going on in ISIS. That hasn't been resolved, and we're basically putting the economic squeeze on Venezuela and on Putin, on Russia, and any of the countries that are oil dominated. And I don't think we're going to see a big change until after the solar eclipse in April to see how that plays out later on for this year. But overall, 2015 is going to be a much better year than 2014. We're just resolving the issues that occurred back in 2014 is finally coming to an end at the end of the first quarter. So be sure and listen to the first quarter analysis that I'm going to do, because it'll be much more detailed. But we are going to still see an emphasis of oil. We should see an emphasis in biotechnology and in drugs because of of Neptune being in Pisces. But the amount of emotional intensity, the amount of protests regarding the militarization of police, that should moderate to a very strong degree. So let's go on and look at a declinations chart, because that has an impact on the events that we see here too. All right, this is a declinations chart, and just to give you a quick review, the reason why we care about declinations is that when you saw the prior chart, that's all about longitude. But if you want to also see increased intensity in an aspect, you can see if they are exact in a declination, because then they could be in almost overlapping each other, on top of each other in the sky, and that adds to the intensity. But I've marked in red the out of bounds areas, because that represents when a planet goes beyond the Tropic of Cancer or the Tropic of Capricorn, and it seems to become more extreme or aberrant in its behavior, and so you can wind up having more extreme events during that time. And this year we only have Venus, Mars, and Mercury going out of bounds a short period during the summer, and at the very, very end of the year there's an out of bounds aspect. And right now I can't tell from my view which planet it is that's going out of bounds. I think it may be Mars, but those are increased activity areas where you can have more intense aspects during that time. So I always add the declinations and talk about them on the quarterly forecasts. So I think we will see more intense events during the summer, but of course the number one period of time this year is going to be the first quarter. So I think with that we'll go on and look at the first quarter in detail, but this is our general overview of what the year is going to look like.